You're watching The Morning Show on WJXT, the one and only Channel 4.
Andy Griffith fans, you can meet a woman who remembers the Mayberry spirit firsthand. It's all in her new book, Memories of Mayberry. Here's Jewell Kutzer, and you are from the area that Mayberry is modeled after, Mount Airy, North Carolina.
That's correct.
And you knew
Andy Griffith. We grew up together, went to Rockford Street Grammar School, which now the auditorium is the Andy Griffith Playhouse. Andy was back in Mount Airy recently, and he said I wanted to show homage to a place where my parents had raised me with good values and strong feelings for life and love. Thanks, Andy. We love you too. Through the 20-plus years that I have been working in the corporate market and doing keynotes and breakouts, I've always tried to give out the information with enthusiasm and humor.
The real world is dog eat dog. Right? I thought about that over a lot of years. I've never seen, I've never even heard of a dog eating another dog.
I don't mind being a little outrageous.
Get off that fence of indecision. Only thing that'll get you some sore places on certain parts of your anatomy.
And I can be edgy from time to time.
If you don't think what you're doing is the very best job for you, then do yourself and your company a favor and get out now.
There's someone else that gives a presentation on these values and ethics that's even more out there. You don't have to be hanging on a tree to be a nut. Her name is the Mayberry Momma. People are wonderful, but you have to do right by them if you're ever going to get along in this world. You know, the Mayberry Momma and I both are from Mount Airy. And we share a lot of the same background and philosophy and approach to life. Old-fashioned values are never out of style. We're really very close, like sisters. Honey, think before you speak. Well, maybe even closer than sisters, because a closed mouth will gather no foot. You know, one of the things that makes the Mayberry Momma so special is that she's really connected to the land and to the people. She likes to get in touch with nature and in touch with all God's creatures. You know, I got to thinking, 2 heads are sometimes better than one. My best friend from the big city is visiting with me. Why don't we bring her in and let her talk a while and let's see what she's got to say. Hey, come on in. I got some real interesting folks I want you to meet. Oh, good to be here with you. Thanks for having me in from the big city. This is a lot more fun than being up there. And isn't it fun being together again? I'm not sure I could have said that better myself. You talking about the work I'm doing. Well, you know, I love talking to people. I love working with those corporations, but trying to help them understand the importance of having strong ethics and values and a mission statement that really means something. But somehow or another, they think what I'm talking about is just old-fashioned. Well, hon, you got to give it to them simply. Well, for instance, if it was me, I'd be telling about Grandpa and Grandma. Now, Grandpa, you go to him and you've done something bad, honey, he looks at you and you cry. That's right. Couldn't get anything by Grandpa, could you? I mean, my stomach would churn. I couldn't lie to that man. Grandma, and I remember you didn't want to cross grandmother either. Well, you talk to corporations. Tell them Grandma's like the Securities and Exchange Commission and the OSHA. She's going to send you out to get a stick. And so hopefully they'll learn that they better pay attention to their tummies before they get hit with a stick. You know, you're right about that. It doesn't matter how high up they are on the corporate ladder. I'm sure they feel uncomfortable, a little queasy when they do things they know are not right. You would say it to them in a way they'd never forget. Maybe you ought to be the one talking. Well, maybe I should be the one talking to those people. And I'd be glad to do that, because you know they always like me best. Well, I don't know about that. I think we both do a good job. Lousy, you know it. The Mayberry Momma provides me a vehicle to have people laughing, relaxing, actually learning without even realizing they're learning. She's right, you know. With humor and emotion, sometimes I can touch a corporate heart that might not be touched otherwise. You gotta learn to do the best you can, to love people, to care about them. Most people have basic, wonderful ethical values. They've just layered them over with mistaken ideas and fears. And once we can erase those fears and help them re-look at the truth, their lives blossom.